Hello and welcome back to Blue Geek Reviews and Blue Geek Sports. This is episode number 3. Uh, First of all, apologies for not having a video uploaded on Thursday. I unfortunately had some internet issues at home, so I was unable to record. So what today's video is going to be is a full week review of all of last week's action in the World Cup, the all the end of the first stage of group games and the full run of second round games. As I'm recording this, we are just over an hour and a half away from the start of the final group games, which get underway from 3 o'clock. So let's go all the way back 1 week ago today, which is when I uploaded my last video. As far as the action on that day goes, the day kicked off with Sweden beating South Korea with a very disputed penalty, which was actually eventually given by VAR. That was followed up by Belgium kicking off their campaign with a 3-0 win over Panama, and in all honesty, they laboured a bit. It took them until early in the second half to break through. And then, of course, it was the game I was looking forward to, which was the start of England's campaign. And we began with a 2-1 win over Tunisia. Harry Kane, the England captain, getting both goals, including a very late winner, in a very controversial game as it happened. The Tunisian penalty was controversial, and England arguably should have had at least 2 penalties for blatant fouls in the penalty area. Then on to Tuesday, the final games of the first set of group fixtures came in Group H with 2 relative upsets as Japan beat Colombia, who had the indignity of having the first player sent off in this year's World Cup, with Carlos Sanchez seeing red after just 3 minutes. And Poland were also victims of a surprise, being beaten by Senegal 2-1. And then the final game on the Tuesday was the start of the second round of group games, and host Russia progressed to the knockout rounds, beating Egypt 3-1. So Egypt sadly going home after 2 games. Into Wednesday, Portugal and Spain bounced back from that epic 3-3 draw with each other to record victories. Portugal eliminated Morocco in the day's early game with a 1-0 win thanks to that man Cristiano Ronaldo. Spain later in the evening got a very fortuitous goal from Diego Costa to beat Iran, but because of Iran's shock win over Morocco in the first round of games, they're still within a fighting chance. We'll go more into that towards the end of the video. In between, Uruguay secured their place in the last 16 with their second 1-0 win of the tournament thanks to a Luis Suarez goal against Saudi Arabia. Then into Thursday, and Thursday produced one of the big upsets of the tournament. We'll get into that in a minute. The other game saw Denmark and Australia draw 1-1. Another penalty from Australia getting them on off the mark for the tournament, and still gives them a chance of progressing, a very slim chance, but a chance nonetheless. France secured their place in the knockout rounds with 1-0 win over Peru thanks to Kylian Mbappe's tap in. And then the big story of the day was Argentina producing an awful, awful performance as Croatia ran out 3-0 winners. Argentina now face a big battle to stay in the competition amid problems within the camp with the squad and their coach. Friday, Brazil left it very late to secure their first win in the tournament. Too late to stoppage time goals from Coutinho and Neymar, giving them victory over Costa Rica. Nigeria recorded their first win. Trying to check. Yeah, well, their first win of the tournament with a 2-0 win over Iceland. Iceland missed a penalty in that game. So that leaves that group with Argentina and Croatia tight. Croatia already through after beating Nigeria in the first game. And then the final game, back in Brazil's group, Switzerland give themselves a fighting chance of progression with a late victory over Serbia, thanks to Stoke City's Xherdan Shaqiri's goal. Saturday, Belgium made the 2 wins from 2 and progressed by thrashing Tunisia 5-2. Mexico booked their place after their stunning win over Germany with a 2-1 win over South Korea, who unfortunately will be going home. And then the most dramatic game of the tournament so far. So Germany come from behind to beat Sweden. They were looking almost certainly dead and buried when Ola Toivonen scored for Sweden just before the break. Germany equalised just after the break, and it was looking like heading for a draw, which would have left Germany really struggling going into the final game. And then, bang on 95 minutes, Toni Kroos whips in a stunning free kick from the side of the area into the top corner to keep German hopes alive going into the final games. And then, of course, on to yesterday. England's unbelievable. What could have been a banana skin, and indeed very early on, Panama could and probably should have taken advantage of a chance to score. But as away, England took the game by the scruff of the neck and were just on a different level first half. John Stones opened the scoring from corner after just 8 minutes. Harry Kane made the 2-0 from the penalty spot after the foul on Jesse Lingard. Lingard himself got the third with an absolute beaut from the edge of the box. Stones got his second of the game with another header after a brilliantly worked free kick. It was dinked over, headed across. Raheem Sterling probably should have scored, but Stones was there on the follow-up. And then Kane got his second to make it 5. First time ever England had scored that many in a World Cup game, not least in the first half, with a second penalty after some fouling by the Panama players in the box. And then Kane completed his hat-trick after Ruben Loftus-Cheek's shot deflected off his heel early in the second half to make it 6. Panama got a really well worked goal to give themselves something to go home with. But England progressed through, and now comes Belgium on Thursday. More on that as we go on. The final 2 games were from Group H yesterday. Senegal twice, Japan twice coming back from goal down to draw with Senegal to give both sides a chance of progressing through. Poland's World Cup journey is over. They much like Argentina the other night, were pretty poor against Colombia. Colombia running out 3-0 winners. Goals from I can't remember who scored the first, but it was a good header from corner. Falcao got the second, and then Juan Cuadrado got the third. So that was everything that happened during the last week. And now on to what's coming this week. Starting today, the final group games in groups A and B. And as far as the scenarios go for what needs to happen, Uruguay and Russia play to see who goes through as group winners. Russia have the goal difference advantage thanks to their thumping win on the opening day of the tournament over Saudi Arabia. They have a goal difference of +7, whereas Uruguay have +2. So realistically for Uruguay, a win will put them through, but the draw will be more favourable for Russia. And as far as Group B goes, Iran can go through with a shock win over the European champions Portugal. A draw would be good enough for both teams if Morocco beats Spain in the later game. As it stands, Spain's goal difference going into that is +1. Iran are dead level on goal difference. So you would have to say probably a 2-goal defeat for Spain and a draw in the Iran-Portugal game would be enough for Iran to go through, which would be a major surprise. Tomorrow it's the turn of Groups C and D to wrap up their games. Group C start the day's action at 3. And then basically for Australia, they have to better what Denmark do against Peru if they're to have a chance. Australia would have to beat Peru, do have to beat Peru to give themselves a chance, but as long as Denmark fail to beat France, and it has to be a defeat, anything more than a defeat would still send the Danes through. For Group D, Argentina have to beat Nigeria. They can both go through. In fact, Argentina will need to win to go through. Nigeria would only need a draw if Iceland lose to Croatia. A draw for Iceland will draw or defeat would send Iceland home. And then Wednesday, it's winner takes all in Group E. Brazil have to beat Serbia, and Serbia likewise. If I decided to go through, as you would fancy Switzerland to beat Costa Rica. And Group F, it's out of Germany's hands in Group F. A draw between Mexico and Sweden would possibly be enough for Sweden if Germany failed to beat South Korea. You would think though that Sweden might have a chance if Mexico rest players to win. So that is basically the 4-1-1 of what's happened and what's to come in the World Cup. I will be back on Thursday, rounding up them final group games in groups A to F, and looking ahead to the final games in groups G and H, and the first four last 16 ties on Saturday and Sunday. And also there'll be a Blue Geek reviews video coming on Thursday. I have 2 pickups from eBay. One is already here, one should be arriving by Wednesday, hopefully. So I will have them to show off in an update video. Plus, I am in work tomorrow and Wednesday night. So either one of those 2 days I will be doing a bit of hunting. Possibly get some comics. I have to see just how, if I have time to hit up the comic book stores. So look out for that one. So that is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. I've been the Blue Geek. This has been Blue Geek Sports on the Blue Geek Review channel. Take care.